Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Monday Night Raw, 21st of October 2019. We kick off the show with Ric Flair. Mentioned some Browns in the crowd because we're in Cleveland. He said LeBron is gone, you need a champion. My team's going to beat Hogan. He brings out Drew McIntyre as the final member of Team Flair. Ricochet then comes out and says we're going to have a preview of what's going to happen between Team Hogan and Team Flair at Crown Jewel. The match was actually pretty good. Drew McIntyre hits a Claymore for the 3 count to win. He then picks up Ricochet, gives him a headbutt, sends him into the ring post, fusion shot DDT, and then a reverse Alabama slam onto the ring steps. The post beatdown was amazing. The match was solid. I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5. It was a fairly decent match. So, good job, lads. You did a really good match. Post beatdown can get a 7 out of 10. We then go to an interview with the OC. They said Cleveland sucks. The Street Profits are going to get a beating of their life. Meh. 3 out of 10. Then Aleister Black's in his room. He said he's ready to pick a fight. Usual Aleister Black promo. Kind of getting redundant now. 4 out of 10. Why can they just not let Aleister come and destroy people? Oh, here we go. He has a match. He goes against Jason Reynolds. Black Mass, which, by the way, was botched to hell because he hit him in the chest with it and he still got the win. Why can you just not hit the moves properly? The match is going to get, just for the botched ending, a flat out 0. It's not going to get an NA because it's a developmental talent or whatever. Also, the guy looked like a fat Robert Roode. I'd like to mention that now. But he's just going to get a flat 0 out of 5. It's not bad enough to get a minus, but that botched just puts it down to the realm of not being able to get disqualified from ratings due to being a developmental match kind of thing to just get Aleister Black over, but it does warrant getting destroyed in the ratings, basically. Then we move on to Akam and Rezar. They said they're the newest team to Raw. No tag team is tougher than them. They will destroy the tag teams on Raw. They will write the next chapter of discussion in the tag team division, but it will be written by the authors of Pain. Usual promo from them, 5 out of 10. Then we go to the King's Court. Jerry Lawler brings out Rusev to talk about what happened and what's happening between Bobby Lashley, Lana, and Rusev. He said it's hard to talk about this. What happens in marriage should stay in the marriage, but you're a public figure, and Lana and Bobby Lashley are public figures. They have made everything public. It has been scandalous. I don't know how you're handling it, Rusev. Jerry mentioned some excuses that came up for their behaviour. Lana mentioned the money that Rusev sent back to his family. She said Rusev has interfered in some of the modelling jobs and cut back on how much she can spend. Jerry asked Rusev what he's thinking about this. He said it's Lana's fault. Bob Lashley has pointed on Lana's plane and that he will be crushed. As far as Lana's concerned, he might be a fool. He still wears his wedding band because he hopes they can have a happily ever after. Bobby Lashley and Lana shop in the Tartantron. They're in a nice looking restaurant. Bobby's like, we could have settled this in the ring. Lana has needs. I'm taking care of all her needs. He asked Lana how the dinner was and she said it was delicious. Lana said, you probably recognise this restaurant or you don't. I've asked you to take me to this restaurant multiple times but you never did. Now, my man, it did because he's a gentleman. Lashley tells Lana she is wonderful. Bobby says it's in with out with the old and in with the new. And then that ends. Rusev's asked for a response. He says he'd like to deliver his message personally because he knows exactly where they are. He then runs to the back. I'm liking the progression of this storyline. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm actually enjoying the Lana Rusev Bobby Lashley thing going on. It's vaguely entertaining trash TV. It's what it is. It's trash TV, but it's entertaining. 6 out of 10. Then we go to Andrade versus Sin Cara. We end with Andrade hitting the Hammerlock DDT after Zelina Vega did a Hurricane Rana to the Sin Cara on the outside. Overall, it was actually a pretty competent, decent match. It's going to get a 3.25 out of 5. Good job, guys. The right person won. All good there. Then Humberto Carrillo was there. He was asked about his coming to Raw. He said he respects Sin Cara. He says, when you have to deal with Andrade, you have to deal with Zelina Vega. He said Andrade could have been Universal Champion, but he did not get there first. Also, says he will not burn things down as champion like Seth Rollins. We then go to the Street Profits, 1 out of 10. Then we go to R-Truth coming out of hiding with the 24/7 title. He enters the building. He's met by Samir Singh. Truth said this is his 25th day. Samar says he is a Bollywood star. Sunil then rolls him up to become the new 24/7 title. Truth said either he is seeing double or is there two of them. 8 out of 10. R-Truth is brilliant. Then we go to the Viking experience, Viking Raiders, Viking people, whatever they want to call them, versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder in a non-title match. Viking experience for the 3 count. Match was meh, average at, not even average at best, 2.25. It was worse than average. Then Bobby Lashley and Lana are in the restaurant. The manager shows up to tell them to leave because he heard Lana's husband is coming to cause trouble. Lashley said Rusev doesn't have the balls to do anything like that. I'm just not going to rate that because it's not the end yet. Now, we go back to it. Rusev stormed in, is held back poorly by the host. Rusev attacks Bobby and the police are on the scene while Lana is screaming in shock about what happened. Rusev is taken away by the police while Lashley can stay with Lana despite being in the skirmish with Rusev, so that makes no logical sense. Why didn't Bobby Lashley get arrested? Because he was involved in the fight. WWE logic for you. Also, Lana was just screaming in the situation. Surely police would have just told her to shut the fuck up in this situation. That's what I would have done as a police. But anyway, it was alright. 7 out of 10. I wish they could have done a bit more of a brawl, but okay. Then we move on to Rey Mysterio in the ring. He said he's been training with Cain Velasquez to help him get ready for Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship match. He said, "Want to come here tonight to everyone. Thank you for all the well wishes to his family, Dominic, and all that." He said the love that was felt before Brock did to him and his son, back when he was thinking about retiring, it showed that he is truly a man that has so much to be thankful for. Your love is humble to him. He said that he wants to tell everyone that you are his family. He said that's why we'll all celebrate. Cain Velasquez becomes WWE Champion at Crown Jewel and beats that bastard Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman then appears on the Titantron. Just says, you won't be saying this if Brock Lesnar was here because you know he's not here. Brock's going to get revenge October 31st. When you serve Cain Velasquez on a silver platter like a dinner to the beast, you better get this through his thick head. Ray interrupts him and says, you get it through your thick head and tells him something in Spanish. Sharon Benjamin then shows up. He said, this is a family thing. I trained and roomed with Brock Lesnar in Minnesota. No one of them, Paul Heyman, knows Brock Lesnar better than me. And this just starts pushing him around. Then Cain Velasquez comes down and then just takes down Shelton Benjamin with a couple of takedowns, a few punches, sleeper on Shelton, then he goes to the floor after Cain releases the hold. Overall, good promo, very, very good. Like the exchange, Cain Velasquez came down, beat up Shelton Benjamin pretty good. It's going to get a 7.5 out of 10. Then Seth Rollins is in the interview with Charlie. She asked him about the limits he's gone to and the Fiend's gotten inside his head. He said maybe He has gotten inside his head, but he may have gotten into the Fiend's head. The Fiend is different. There's an aura about him that you cannot explain. Once you step inside the ring with the Fiend, you have changed forever. Seth stops the interview and sees Huberto. He tells him that he did what he had to do as champion. You don't make the popular decision, you do what is right. He would burn down the Firefly Funhouse again. You said you wanted to be champion one day. Welcome to Raw. Let's have your first match tonight against me. Right now. Overall, not bad. 6 out of 10. We then go to the match. Huberto versus Seth. Seth Rollins wins with the blackout for the 3 count, but Huberto put up one hell of a fight. It's going to get a 3.5 out of 10. Massive props to the guy. He looked solid in his first match. Rollins returns to the ring, offers a handshake, and they shake hands. Very nice. Very, very nice. Then we go to R-Truth with the referee. He sees one of the Singh brothers. He rolls him up. The referee's like, that's the wrong person. They escape with the title. Truth is shocked to be realising that there's 2 of them. 7.5 out of 10. R-Truth is brilliant. Then we go to the Street Profits and a partner to be announced later versus the OC. It starts as a tag team match. During the match, AJ Styles is trying to attack one of them on the outside. He's sent to the back. And then Kevin Owens makes his way down to the ring, hits a stunner on him, forward with the plancha onto Gallows. Dawkins tags in, sky high, and frog splash for the 3 count. The Street Profits win. Brilliant, and that's the end of the show. Why did the Street Profits win? Even their entrance was annoying. The match itself was meh. It's going to get a 2 out of 5. Overall, the show wasn't bad. I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. It was overall not a bad show, but not great. Now, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please smash that like button, share and subscribe. Shout out to the channel members, Anton Blake-Cox, Doogie, Fresh Riches, and 3D Revolution. Thank you for the support, guys. And I shall catch you all laters. Bye.